Welcome to my channel. Enjoy this video and subscribe my channel. After years of waiting, Moana 2 finally arrived in late 2024, and the smash hit sequel has managed to outperform its blockbuster predecessor. Moana was a critically acclaimed adventure for Disney back in 2016, which featured voice performances from Dwayne Johnson, Ollie Carvalho, and Jermaine Clement. The movie follows the title character, a young Polynesian girl selected by the ocean to find a demigod named Maui Johnson and return a mystical relic to its rightful owner. Moana featured great characters, an emotional story, stunning animation, and catchy musical numbers, with Lin-Manuel Miranda writing some of the songs. Taika Waititi wrote an early version of the script too, though the film would change radically during development. The movie would prove to be a worldwide smash hit and earned a Best Animated Feature nomination at the 2017 Academy Awards. Given the film was instantly beloved by audiences, it felt like Moana 2 was a given, but it took until 2024 to eventually make its way to theaters. Moana 2 box office and reception. Despite the fact that Moana 2 was predicted to be another big hit for Disney, the sequel surprised when it broke the all-time Thanksgiving Day record and hauled in an unbelievable $57 million and $28 million across the two-day holiday. It would go on to carry the weekend, beating out strong competition from Wicked and Gladiator 2, both of which were on their second weekends. Moana 2 went on to earn over $300 million across its first full weekend via Box Office Mojo. On the critical end, the long-awaited sequel didn't fare nearly as well, and the reception certainly didn't live up to its record-breaking financial success. Screen Rant gave the sequel points for the strong relationships between the characters, but was ultimately unsatisfied by the flimsy premise and weak villain. Meanwhile, IGN was a bit harsher when calling the sequel formulaic. The consensus seems to be that Moana 2 doesn't do enough to justify its own existence, and falls far short of the original Moana 2 cast. The voice cast of the sequel will be a familiar one, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson back on board to play the mischievous but ultimately lovable demigod Maui. Furthermore, Ollie Carvalho returned to voice the adventurous Moana, and the sequel gave her a chance to add more nuance to the character now that she's 3 years older. Also returning for the sequel, Temuera Morrison reprised his role as Moana's father, Tui, while Nicole Scherzinger was back as her mother, Sina. Alan Tudyk once again provided the voice of Moana's lovable chicken friend, Hi-Hey. Moana 2 trailers. Walt Disney Studios released a teaser trailer for Moana 2 that gives fans everything they need to know about the upcoming sequel. The teaser opens with a shot of an older Moana as she leaves her friendly village behind in search of more of her people. The journey presents many dangers for the young hero, but the teaser also shows her reunion with the lovable demigod Maui, who will once again accompany her on the harrowing adventure at the D23 fan event in August 2024. Disney revealed the full trailer for Moana 2, and it is even more revealing than the previous teaser. The trailer brings viewers back up to speed on Moana's life as she assumes the role of her tribe's wayfinder. While balancing her life as a teen, her new sister, and her job as wayfinder, Moana soon encounters a villain with the ability to control storms. This sets her off on a journey, alongside her pal Maui, across the sea to resolve yet another conflict. Yet another teaser was dropped in September 2024, which highlights the musical aspects of Moana 2. The newfound wayfinder returns from a 3-day voyage at sea to be greeted by her little sister, Saimea. Meanwhile, Moana discovers that she must once again cross the ocean to reunite her people, and she'll need the help of Maui to accomplish her mission. However, upon learning that their folk can control the weather, Maui is less than thrilled to be invited along. Continuing with more trailers leading up to the movie's release, Disney revealed another full trailer for Moana 2 in October 2024. Opening with a snippet of new music, the trailer follows Moana as she returns home to reveal she's discovered evidence of a cursed island. Believing it will reunite her people, Moana sets out on a journey across the ocean and is met by resistance from an angry god who put the curse in place to begin with. Moana 2 ending and spoilers. Unsurprisingly, the ending of Moana 2 managed to move things forward without shutting the door on more adventures in the future. Achieving her goal in surprising fashion, Moana learns a few important lessons about herself and her people along the way, but the conclusion of the sequel seemed to be aiming to set up a third film with more vigor than the first did with Moana 2. Despite the obvious nod toward a third film, the sequel's ending doesn't feel hollow or stripped of its